Hello, and in this video I'll just do a quick review on this game, which is Super Mario 3D All-Stars for none other than the Nintendo Switch. So I've already opened this, already unboxed it, I've already played a little bit of Mario 64 and Sunshine. Interesting little thing is that on the menu, I'm not going to show it on the Switch, but on the menu, because this is obviously the UK edition, it actually says Super Mario 64 1997 as the year. Because in North America, the game came out in 1996, the same year I was born, but in the UK and in other regions, it didn't come out till the year after. So just a nice little touch that I thought was nice, that they'd not just, branded it all as one release year, and they had actually gone through the regions and looked at when they released it there and made that applicable to the menu. So I thought that was kind of nice. As I was born in 1996, I was a little bit, I was too young to play Super Mario 64. Had a GameCube, and I absolutely loved playing Sunshine. But then the Nintendo Wii came out, and I was kind of like, I don't really like. For me, I didn't particularly like the Wii. I know it was a real good seller; people loved it, and I can see why. But for me personally, it just didn't have that. I don't know what. I just didn't take to the Wii. We had one, but I never. I never personally went in for the Wii, so I've never played Super Mario Galaxy. I have played Super Mario 64 on the DS, but I think my favourite has to be Sunshine. And I know there's a lot of people that don't like Sunshine. I understand why, but I really like Sunshine. I would say Sunshine is probably the most difficult of the three games, with Mario Galaxy being the easiest, but it's not like easy, if you know what I mean. But yeah, with that said, I really wish they'd done a collector's edition of this, with actual proper CDs for each soundtrack, as the soundtracks are not available anywhere to purchase. As far as I'm aware, I've got a Spotify subscription, and they're not available on there, and they're not available on such as like iTunes or anything like that. You can't buy them, nor can you buy them as a CD, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong on that. So that would have been nice. It's a bit annoying that you kind of have to listen to the soundtracks through your Nintendo Switch and having to essentially plug in a pair of earbuds or headphones that aren't wireless, because the Switch, of course, doesn't support wireless earphones or headsets, which is really strange. They did kind of make the music player half decent, and I say half decent because what you can do is you can set the music going, and then there's an option to go into music player mode, which essentially turns the screen off, and then you just press the minus button again to bring it back up. So that's good, because you're not obviously using the screen when you're listening to the music. However, there's no sort of, it says music player mode, but all it does is essentially lock the Switch. It doesn't do anything else. You can't shuffle the songs from what I can make out. You can't repeat one. Anything like that. You just have to click one, and then you would have to go back in and unlock the Switch again to repeat that same song, or whatever, or anything like that. So that's kind of a bit of a shame as well. So the soundtracks, I mean, they're nice that they're there, but I really wish they'd done a special edition as well with physical CDs that you could have as well. So that's a shame. I wish they'd done some, like a special edition, a physical special edition, where it was in a nice box. You maybe got a keychain, a medal or something, some pin badges, things like that. All that sort of stuff I absolutely love, and I really go in for. So it was really unfortunate to not see that here with this game. Now, the other thing that is kind of a bit, well, it's rather annoying, to be honest. Doesn't matter so much for me because I haven't bought it digitally yet, but I will be getting this digitally as well. I just don't want the digital version taking up 4 gigabytes of space on my Switch when I can use the physical copy and carry that with me and then do that. Now, the physical run is limited. Totally understand that. It's a special edition game. The physical run is going to be limited. I think they did that for the Wii with All Stars for the Wii when they did that. I think the physical edition for that was limited. Fine, I totally understand limiting production of a physical game. However, if you want to go and get this on the eShop, now's the time to do it as well, because after the 31st of March 2021, they're essentially erasing this game from existence. Now, yes, from what I can gather, if you've purchased it physically or digitally, you will still be able to play the game and have full access to the game. It's just any new customer won't be able to purchase the game after that date. And also, from what I gather, say you do have a digital copy, which is what I intend doing when I buy a digital version, is I'm going to buy it and then uninstall it so that if I ever do lose my physical game card, which hopefully I won't, but or anything disastrous like that happens, I've always got the digital copy as a backup just in case. Because I believe that they will still be able, you'll still be able to download the content. If you've purchased it and you've paid that money to Nintendo, even if you delete the game and the software, you will still be able to re-download it from the eShop if you've purchased it before that cut-off date. So, yeah, but I mean, it's very strange, the decision. I really don't understand that as a decision. It just doesn't make sense at all, because all that does is creates, as we're well aware, I mean, the argument's gone on for ages now, and people are debating back and forth and saying, no, it's fine, this, that, and the other, because X, Y, and Z, but then the counter argument to that is really that it's not okay, because it's allowing scalpers and people like that to pick up physical copies of the game, multiple copies, and then come 1st of April 2021, they're going to have an absolute field day, because anybody wanting to pick up the game after that date is going to have to go through the means of eBay and places like that in order to get the game, because it's not on the eShop. And your only way of getting it will be physically, and it will be either second hand or brand new, but if it's brand new, most likely someone's charging an absolute arm and a leg for it. So it's a very strange decision for Nintendo to do that, and I think it's a pretty bad decision. I think it doesn't say much for them and their conduct in the way that they're going at the moment. I think that's a pretty... it's a bit of a red flag, if you ask me, regarding their values and their conduct. If you ask me personally, it's starting to show warning signs of being a bit of a... I mean, at the end of the day, all businesses are there to make money, but it sort of points in a direction that I don't think necessarily is a good sign, if you get my drift. But having said that, the games themselves run fine. They're really good. Well, I haven't actually played any of Galaxy yet. I'm savouring that for last, because I've never played through that before. So that'll be a nice experience, I hope. It gets very good ratings and stuff. But from these two, certainly, they play fine, they work fine. No widescreen support for 64, which is a bit odd. These two are... they're all HD. These two are upscaled to better HD than this one. I forget I'm not very technical, so I forget. But these two have widescreen support. This doesn't. Bit strange, but there you go. The box looks like this. Very nice display. I mean, Sunshine has to be my personal favourite. I know people might not like me for that, but I just love Sunshine. I really have some good memories of Sunshine. You know, like 64 for the slightly older folk than me. You know, I was born in '96, so it wasn't really my game, but Sunshine was. So, you know, just saying that. And as I say, I never played Galaxy. But the box looks very nice. You know, cool. Again, wish there was a even more, what's the word, spectacular special edition of this physical version, where, you know, where you get things like keychains, pin badges, medals, coins, whatever, where, you know, those sorts of things, and the 3 soundtracks. It would have been so good. Another thing I find slightly odd, actually, about the box, they have that, I don't know if you've seen in the Direct, but they have that kind of 35th anniversary logo that they've kind of put together. It's like, I think it's got like a green border around the numbers and all the characters are kind of sat on it. I find that kind of strange that they've not put that on the box. I don't know, that may be just me, but there are some slight variations in the text depending on which region you live in and which version of the game you decide to pick up, or can pick up, I guess, depending on where you are. So I'll just give you a quick look at the back of the box so you can see that. Cool. So, and then something else that's, you know, I would have liked, even if they weren't going the full, you know, whole like special edition bundled kind of thing, I wish they'd have included just a little art book or something here for the 3 games. I know they've got this kind of like art strip going on here for 64, Sunshine and Galaxy, but just a little book, a tiny little book. They did that with Dead Cells for the standard physical release, just a tiny little art book that fit in there. It's a shame. They could have, there was potential here, and I think they kind of, it was a missed opportunity, I think, really. But there you go. So you've got that artwork there, which is all very nice. It's better than leaving it blank, I suppose that's something. And then the game cartridge. Now, I know some people in the States, in North America, are not too happy because the actual sticker on the cartridge, the logo, the All-Stars logo, is actually to the right of the cartridge. And if you live in the US and you have a physical copy, you will know that it's off to the right. Thankfully, the European version, or the UK version, whatever this is centered, which is very nice. It looks nicer. Again, I wish on the sticker they'd kind of had this, but it's not, you know, it's not too big of a deal. But still, at least it's centered. So that's essentially it. I like it. Do I think it's worth picking up? Yes, it's absolutely worth buying. It's worth the full price. I know there's been people saying that it's, you know, it should have been cheaper. It's not worth the full price. I think the full price is justified. Personally, I don't have a problem because you're getting 3 fantastic games in one package. Like I say, I wish there'd been a better edition of this, like a collector's edition, with the physical CD soundtracks and some extra bits and pieces would have been really good. They didn't do that. Missed opportunity again. I know they're bringing out loads of merch and stuff like that, but still, it would have been nice. You know, maybe a special 35th anniversary pair of Joy-Cons, something. I don't know. I feel like they've really not, you know, oh, Mario turns 35. Oh, well, at the end of the day, we'll just stick 3 of the best games together, do it for a limited run, and that'll do, and that'll keep people happy. You know, I don't think they've done enough. But having said that, what is on offer here is very good. It's just the main issue, the big elephant in the room, which is the fact that it's a limited game. You know, say you get to, you know, I've heard rumours about a Switch Pro, for example. Say you get to next year. Somebody's not bought Switch. and they, I don't know, say the Pro is released in June of next year, and they buy a Switch Pro and they're like, oh, there's a Super Mario 3D All-Stars game. Oh, I'll get that for the Switch Pro or whatever. Yeah, you're going to have to pay a lot for a physical version only, I'm afraid, because Nintendo have completely erased it from all of existence. So, strange decision. To me, it sends a warning signal in the wrong direction for Nintendo. I think it's kind of a bit of a bad decision, and I think it kind of brings up a bit of a red flag saying that Nintendo are a bit, but there you go. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's fine that they've limited the game physically and digitally? As I say, physically, I understand limiting the game. You don't necessarily want to keep going with production physically, but limiting it digitally as well, that's such a bad choice. That is a bad decision. Anyway, that's my rant over. The 3 games are good. If you can afford to, I absolutely highly recommend getting yourself a physical version. My full recommendation would be to get, say you've got plenty of room on your Switch and, you've got a massive SD card, I would recommend getting a digital copy, playing that, and buying a physical copy and just keep that sealed if you're a bit of a collector. If you don't care about physical games, then you don't need to bother with that. But, that's kind of... If you are a physical game collector, I would recommend getting a physical copy, keeping that sealed and buying the digital one as well, which is, in UK, in GBP, that's like £100, so it's not cheap. If you can only afford one copy, it's difficult to say. I would say get the digital one, and the reason I say that is because I said this was going to be a quick review. I've ranted on for nearly 20 minutes now. Sorry about that, but so if you're only going to get one copy of the game, get it digitally. And the reason I say that is because you buy it physically, you only buy it physically, and then come March next year, it's gone. It's completely gone. If you lose your game card, if your game card gets pinched, stolen, anything like that, something happens to it, it stops working for whatever reason, you've had it, essentially, because you can't just go on the eShop and buy it. Nintendo, from what I can gather, have said that even if you uninstall the game completely off your system, if you've purchased it, you still are able to re-download it after that date. That's my understanding. It might not be the case, but that's my understanding of what they've said. So it seems like they're still continuing support for those that have purchased it digitally, even after that date. It's just, if you want to buy it after the 31st of March next year, you can't. That's essentially what I take away from this. So, yeah, strange decision. But that's my recommendation. Let me know if you've got a better recommendation. Do you want to kind of do something else and get 2 physical copies and leave the digital edition? It's a bit strange, but let me know what you think the best way around it is. Let me know what you think of this review. I know it's gone on for absolutely forever, and I do apologise. I said at the beginning of the video it's going to be quick, but once I start getting on something, and especially something that's so good but has so many issues with it as well, it takes me an age to get through it. So I do apologise for the length of the video. But having said that, leave a like if you Leave a like if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, but please let me know why you left a thumbs down and tell me what I can do better. Maybe make the video shorter would be one thing. Tell me what you think of the game. Are you going to get it? And that sort of thing. So until the next video, I'll see you later. Bye for now.